Hello there, and welcome to the 8-Bit Idiots podcast, a podcast where we give a whole bunch of opinions no one particularly wanted, but you also get those sweet, sweet thought juices that we like to throw around.
Num 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 num.
My name is Lindsay.
And my name is Connor.
I literally almost said Jeff there.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I almost launched straight into that.
That would have been confusing for people who have listened to previous episodes.
I consume too many memes on a day-to-day basis.
Well, you opened this podcast by saying hello there, and I just screamed in my head.
I could see
General
it in your
Kenobi.
I could see it in your eyes. You wanted to just like get out there. I genuinely I have that moment like when people say that to me in real life. I'm so no, I can't say that.
Ooh, too risky.
Yeah. I don't know if you're in the club. In the Star Wars club.
Just hold your arms out and see what happens.
All four of them.
All four of your arms. See if they react. If they react, they're cool.
Maybe they just think I'm ready for a fight. Which he was. So it sort of works.
So
what's going on with you?
Well, nothing, man.
Fun?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sweet.
Dull life, eh?
Yeah, no, I've had some fun times playing some games this week.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. That's what we do here.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't do it enough.
Yeah.
But
as per our last podcast, support us. Give us money.
yes,
Please.
that one. Because
Are we going to beg every podcast?
Or
Or are we going to try and tone that down eventually?
look, I'm not opposed to it. It just makes me hate myself that little bit more.
Yeah. But that's fine.
That's fine. So I've been playing Far Cry 5.
Yes.
As was spoken about in the last episode.
Only I was playing it,
Yeah, you were playing it. I had played zilch at that time.
but I'm still playing it as well.
Yeah, so you played, what, 6 hours-ish?
I played 6
Before?
hours in the last podcast, and now
Yeah.
I've played
Now you're probably, what?
a lot more.
Yeah, sum total, lots.
I've almost finished it. I'll put it that way.
Okay. I'm nowhere near that. But I have played more of it than I have played any other game recently, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Why is that?
I don't know, just new, I guess.
There's a lot of new games out.
Yeah, but it's probably like the first Far Cry game, like I've said before, that I've played properly, and sort of gotten into. So, it's been interesting for that.
Yeah, you like that American aesthetic, don't you?
Yeah. The whole cult thing. I'm going heavy into the whole cult thing now.
I do really like that. That's one of the upsides that the game's got. Like, it sort of annoys me that the whole, the leader, Joseph, the father, he's a very, not there, if you know what I mean. He's a very absent figure.
Yep.
Like, you always hear about him, and you see him in a few cutscenes and all that sort of stuff, but he's very absent.
Yeah, he's not as prominent as you would have thought,
Like,
leading up to it.
yeah, I've said a fair few times that Far Cry 4 is my favorite, and that's because you'll be running around the wilderness just doing whatever, and all of a sudden Pagan Ming will just get in contact with you and be like, so, I liked your mother. She was chill. I was pretty into her. Your dad was a dick. And the whole game he's just talking to you like that, whereas in this, you've just got very little interaction with the father at all.
Yeah. Well, speaking about the father and, his family, I've only dealt with 2 of the members of the fam so far. The squad.
As they like to be known as.
Seed squad. Because
the
they all...
Seed squad.
That sounds really bad, but they all say their last names is Seed, all right? So that's where that's coming from if you don't know anything about it.
The Seedies.
So, yeah, John Seed and... What's her name? Faith.
John Seed, the hipster.
John Seed, the coolest hipster you never want to kill.
And Faith, the hippie.
Yeah, whose voice is way too childlike for her character model.
Nah, she ain't.
I'm just saying.
She's a happy girl.
Yeah, it's because she's high off her tits.
Well, she may not be high. You don't know that. It's just
that's a good point.
Everyone in her zone's high.
Yeah, I hate going into that area. Just
because of all the angels.
It's just everywhere, and they're all tripping, and then you walk through like a random field briefly, and you start tripping.
I love it because like of all the bliss fields and all that sort of stuff, it provides so much cover for all my sneaking. I spend the whole game just sneaking
high off your tits.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make a difference to you.
No, it just
if you get too high, you start seeing double, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes sparkles appear, really.
Sparkles.
Sparkles! I love it!
Yeah. And another thing I noticed in terms of like visual display is because I've got it set to colorblind mode because...
I was actually going to ask you about that.
Yeah, because I'm colorblind, obvi. I don't just do it for fun.
No.
But when the damage flashes up on screen like I'm being hit, it comes up in like this vague bluey purple. I'm colorblind. I don't know what color it is, but
so
I know
possibly.
I know it's distinctly not blood-like.
Right.
So it's got this real weird. It really takes me out of the game. Is the only downside that I've got. As opposed to I've watched you play the not colorblind mode way, and it does look a lot better.
Okay, that's weird. Like, so does. Going on the whole colorblind thing, does that help? Because what I found is even some of the markers on the map or like around the world are really hard to follow.
Does not make a difference to the markers on the map. The only thing it makes a difference to really is the triangles when you tag an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how you got those triangles above the head or like the little sniper mark? Mm-hmm. That's the only difference it makes, is it makes that yellow instead of red.
Right.
So you can see it easier up against the trees and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, cool stuff.
Which is handy. So we played a bit of co-op too.
We did finally.
That's very fun.
We were talking about it and just waiting to finally arrange a time to play it, and it was pretty fun. Like, I was tired at the time when we played it, so I was very off my game.
Yeah.
And
we sort of just went around trying to complete challenges, our own challenges to get perks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
did not go well. Let me just say,
it went perfectly well. Thank you. I got a lot done.
Oh, so did I. It was bad.
It was bad when we were both trying to do the flamethrower challenge.
Well, yes. Okay, so the flamethrower challenge is 10 kills with the flamethrower. Sounds pretty stock standard. It's pretty hard, though, when you've got two people trying to take down multiple different people.
Especially since the flamethrower's got a range of, like, not even a foot away from you. A shotgun's got more range than the flamethrower.
I think it does, actually, yeah. One of the bad things that I chose to do was try and do the archery perk. Or challenge, sorry.
Man, I finished that before I even realized the game had challenges.
Well, yeah, I sort of did, but I'm pretty bad with the bow, which pisses me off because, you know, I like archery and I actually shoot in real life. So it pissed me off that I was bad with it in the game. So I was trying to do that at the same time as having a flamethrower. So I had no backup. I had
just in regards to you doing something in real life and then not being great at it in a game. I had that same feeling when I played South Park: The Fractured Butthole, and they had difficulty in the toilet challenges, like pooping. I do it so well in real life, but then in the game it was just difficult. Anyway, back to you.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
it's one of those episodes.
Yeah. So I had no backup to help me when I got into a little bit of a kerfuffle. I was just flailing and shooting arrows left, right, and center, and then I ran out of...
But the arrows are like a one-shot kill to the basic enemies. I don't understand how you get in trouble.
I missed the shot.
Why would a gun help you then?
Because I have more chance of hitting them. You've heard the old proverb, spray and pray?
I don't think that's a proverb.
It's a proverb that I live heavily. That is my fucking religion.
Yeah. Anyway, we're both trying to do the flamethrower perk at the same time.
Many flames, many burns.
And I was great enough to discover that despite having the friendly fire off, if I was to flame up the ground and the building around you, I could still kill you.
Yeah, you did. Multiple times, don't worry. And then you killed Boomer, who was trying to rescue me.
In my defense, I just want to say, my defense though, I was bored waiting for you to get out of the shop many, many times. So what am I supposed to do? Torch a village? Like, that's logic.
This is a legitimate scenario that happened. Because you can go into the shop or the menu, the map, whatever. You can do it all. Everything still happens live, obviously.
Yeah, I'll be able to continue playing the game.
Yeah.
But he'll be in the shop. But at the same time, I can only go so far. Otherwise, it despawns me for getting too far from my partner.
What would it be? About 100 meters?
It's a little further than that, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not sensational.
No, it could be a little bit longer because there's certain instances where, let's say, you've been airdropped. If someone is using a wingsuit and someone else uses the parachute, it's not long before the person with the parachute has lagged way behind and you have no way of catching up quickly.
But by the airdrop perk that they've introduced into this game, phenomenal for getting around.
Absolutely.
So good.
It's a legitimate game changer. Like, I enjoy walking around the countryside and running. Well, yeah. For a limited amount of time. Within the first hour of the game, it's really good. Then the need to get a faster mode of travel becomes really evident.
I've got to say, when I first saw the airdrop perk and read the description, I was like, well, that's fucking useless. I'm never going to use that. Why would I ever use that? And then I tried it once, and holy shit, it's amazing. Because it just fucking drops you, I don't know, however high above whatever the fast travel point is. And then you just like click your wingsuit straight away and glide straight to where you went. It got to the point that you know how on the map it comes up with little points of interest that you haven't visited yet?
Yep.
It got to the point that I was just marking them, airdropping near to them, doing a little flyby in my wingsuit to get them. And then while I was still in the air, airdropping into that spot and continuing on in that pattern. I never touched the ground going to half these places.
You've beaten the system.
Yeah. Because in Far Cry 4, what I had to do is there was a specific spot that one of those little gyrocopters would always spawn at.
Yes.
So I just fast travel there, get in the copter, and then fly to where I needed to go. That was the fastest way. Okay. In this one, airdrop all the way, baby.
Yeah. No, pretty good. The airdrop perk is definitely great. I was introduced to it by using it as a method to like take down certain posts because you could airdrop, parachute, and then like take everyone out as you're trying to parachute. But whoever...
Mate, you can't hit an arrow. How are you supposed to do that while parachuting?
Yeah, well, exactly. Whoever told me that was a good tactic is an idiot.
I think that was me.
You're an idiot. Because I can't fucking hit anyone.
I never said that as a tactic. I said to airdrop in and then land near them. Land near them.
Well, regardless, I can't hit them in the air or on the ground, so what do you want from me?
I don't know. One thing that really irks me a little bit is there's no knife. The takedowns, there's no knife.
Yeah, I've been meaning to like ask you that. It's all you use. What do you use? You use your gun, don't you?
No, well, yeah, some of them. It all depends. Like if you've got if you've got your bare hands equipped as your melee weapon, you'll just use your bare hands. Like you'll just choke them out, do a little curb stomp here and there.
Yep.
If you've got your baseball bat equipped, you whack them with the bat, all that sort of stuff. And because they give you an actual ammo amount of each melee weapon, like if you've got a baseball bat, you can have up to 3, or if you get the perk, more.
Yeah.
So then their chain takedowns, like if you're taking down someone from a distance, you just lob a fucking baseball bat at them.
Yeah, the first time I found that feature, I fucking loved it. I was so surprised and pleased by it because I ran out of ammo and I just instinctively I think it was trigger. I think it was right trigger. Or
yeah, right trigger.
You're holding left trigger and then tap your right trigger. And I just lobbed this baseball bat at this bad guy. Fucking best effect ever.
Yeah, I laughed pretty hard when I first had that happen.
They do have throwing knives available, but I rarely use them. I'm going to be using them to get the challenge.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I use them here and there when I'm going uber stealth, but that's about it.
Like, you've got plenty of other options to take people down stealthily, you know.
Yeah, you just do a regular takedown.
Yeah, you just go up, you walk the extra 10 feet, and then take them down.
There was one moment that we were playing together, and we were trying to be all like stealth squad and synchronize all our kills and all that sort of stuff, and there was 2 guys sitting there talking to each other. And I'm like, all right, we're going to take these guys out stealthily. You take the guy out, you take him, do a takedown on the guy on the right, and I was going to throw a throwing knife at the dude on the left, and you ran up to, and you were like, okay, go. And you ran at the dude on the right, and I threw the throwing knife, but he saw you first and sort of ducked in surprise at seeing you, and I just completely missed.
Yeah, I thought you just left me for dead taking down the 2 guys.
Nah, man, just botched the whole system. The whole fucking place went on high alert. My bad.
We got out of there, it's fine.
My bad.
Something to note with 2 people playing. Now, you played in my world, so you were doing a couple of missions that you've already replayed, or already done in your own version. So what did you think of difficulty-wise? Like, did you think it was...
I don't know. I don't know whether it's because we were fucking around a lot, because...
We did die a few times.
but when I'm playing by myself, I'm not really trying to complete the challenges or anything like that. I think because I was doing missions that I've already done with you.
Yep.
I was trying to do the challenges because I'm like, well, I've already done this. I may as well get something extra out of it.
Fair enough.
Whereas, so I may have been a little bit more difficult because rather than using my actual assault rifle, I was using a grenade launcher.
This is true. That did make for an interesting mission, though. That was... So, there's this mission where you are up in top of a church, and you got to take down a bunch of bad guys, right? So I go down on the floor to do the defense side of things, and I'm trying to take guys out. Meanwhile, I'm just getting cars blown up left, right, and center in front of me from Lindsay with the grenade launcher.
What do you want from me? I was protecting you.
About 20 meters back. You were protecting me and equally scaring the shit out of me, so thank you, sir.
But yeah, so in that manner, because I wasn't playing 100% at my best, so to speak, because I was trying all these different things, like setting me on fire all the time.
Yes.
I just don't think... I think it was a little bit more difficult in that regard. I don't know if the difficulty scaled at all, though. Because that John Seed mission that we did, that we were just talking about where I threw the knife badly, we smashed through
We smashed it, and we got out of there really easily.
Whereas, I know we went loud and all that sort of stuff. Like, I stealthed the whole way through, and I think I got seen, like, once in reality.
Yep.
But, yeah, it just seemed so easy.
Well, maybe that's just what they're going for. It's not...
I don't know. I genuinely can't tell if the difficulty scaled at all.
Yeah, well, like I've mentioned before, the actual game itself looks, pretty easy from all the gameplay trailers. And, like, you die every now and then, but...
I mostly die from shotguns. And because of how long the med kits take to...
Yeah, exactly.
do.
Or while I'm in trouble and I've got low health, I just jump off something ridiculous.
Yeah. Like in Far Cry 3 and 4, the med kit was a syringe that you just stabbed in and nearly straight away you were healed.
Yep.
But in this, it's like a bandage that you've got to wrap and...
I was pretty annoyed at that animation.
I am too, because it's the same. Like, you taking some shotgun shells to the face. I see. Wrap a bandage around your arm.
Yeah. That left arm needs a lot of bandages on it.
Right arm.
I was at the right arm. Sorry, my mistake, sir.
So,
So that brings me to another point. There was a YouTube video recently released. I'm just gonna get the name for ya.
I think it's like Far Cry 2 versus Far Cry 5 or something like that.
Yeah, a dude called Crow B Cat, whatever that is. Released a video with all the different details. One might naturally assume Far Cry 5 having ample amount of details, but this video was insane. Like, I almost didn't believe it.
All the differences, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a few that I've physically noticed, and it has annoyed me, like shooting out a windscreen of a car. I don't even know if the windscreen's there half the time. You can't see the windscreen, and there's there's like a shatter animation, I don't know, half the time.
Yep.
And yeah, that annoys me.
Whereas in this Far Cry 2 video, you're seeing like individual bullet holes and then it eventually shatters the whole piece of glass. Same as shooting up foliage and just trees. Like Far Cry 2, there's bits of branches and all that coming off, leaves going everywhere.
Far Cry, I liked in Far Cry 3 and 4, you could get a perk to heal yourself without a syringe or a med kit. And then when you did that, that would actually act in a similar way that Far Cry 2 did, where you actually did something relative to the injury. Like you fell down a steep embankment, hit a tree or whatever, you pull a branch out of your arm or something like that.
Yep.
You got an explosive, like a car explodes next to you, you might pull a scrap of metal out of your leg or something.
I think there was cauterizing a wound with matches.
Yep. Pop a bullet out of your arm for knife, stuff like that.
Yep.
Relative stuff to your injury. Like obviously you've gotten shot in the face a lot and you've done nothing about that. Like you're only working on your limbs.
It's alright, my face is fine. It hasn't changed.
It's bulletproof. But they did that in Far Cry 3 and 4, and then all of a sudden just cut it out. And like you can't even heal yourself if you haven't got a med kit. But your health regen's a lot faster in this.
It is, actually. I think that's part of what makes it a little bit easier. You can if you can run away for just a little bit, which is super easy to do, you'll be back to full health and you go from there.
Yeah, and I've almost always got body armor. I don't even know that I pick it up. I've just almost always got body armor.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Well, there's a lot of prepper stashes around, which we go to and...
I've cleared pretty much all of them.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like those.
Yeah, they're good because they're sort of puzzly, but they're not because the quest objective tells you exactly what to do. But...
Yeah, but they're interesting, and I have a good habit of not reading that.
Yeah.
So I just go to the objective and then
read their notes and try and work it out.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I sort of do that.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes
there's a good one up in Jacob's section where it's a dude in a hunting cabin and he's like, "Oh, I'm going looking for a Sasquatch," and then you follow like a trail of blood and stuff, and there's a few bears around. But then he goes up to a spot where there's no way a bear could get up to, and you find his dead body, and there's blood all around, and you're like, "How did he die?"
That's pretty cool.
But it never tells you, and it pissed me off.
That's pretty cool.
I was expecting like a bear to jump on me in the cave that he died in, but there was nothing there.
I'm sure if you waited long enough, you reckon something would come out?
I don't know if it just glitched on me and he just sort of like nothing happened or what, but
maybe. Other interesting Easter eggs that I've found, not that it interests me particularly, like the actual thing. There was a sewer pipe near a river that had a little red balloon tied next to it.
Yeah, I actually saw that.
Yeah.
I popped the balloon, didn't think about it.
Yeah, no, I popped the balloon too because I don't like the clown It.
I've seen a lot of those balloons around though, so I sort of just assumed it was just a balloon.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it a little bit more, but I'm fairly confident that that's a reference to the movie It.
Could be. But I don't think Ubisoft's got any ties to that at all.
Well,
maybe
that's what makes it a little weird.
Maybe they're just putting a bit of pop culture in.
Yeah. Good old PC.
The old PC. Yeah, but I'm quite enjoying it. Like I said, not my favorite Far Cry game, but I'm really enjoying just moseying on around, and it's not difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the co-op aspect when we do get around to it will just be fun.
It's a lot funner in co-op.
Yeah, I've only played a little bit since we did that co-op mission together. But yeah, I reckon playing with a friend, like you fuck around a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like
I set you on fire a lot.
Yeah. You also tried to kill me with a helicopter blade. Multiple times.
I did. In fairness, one of them wasn't trying to kill you. That was just trying to access the prepper stash with my helicopter.
This prepper stash is like a hole in the ground that goes into a series of tunnels that he took a helicopter down.
I got most of the way. What do you want from me?
You did, actually. I was relatively impressed. But I think that's only because you have the perk that heals your helicopter as you're going.
Yeah,
you were constantly destroying and healing.
But that just comes back from me playing a lot of Halo, where I would spend the entire campaign trying to get warthogs and ghosts into places they shouldn't be.
Yep.
And now it's a part of me. I got to do it.
Well, it's fun. So, did you want to move off Far Cry?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty close to done with the game in general. So yeah, let's stop talking about it.
On the whole, good game though.
Yeah, enjoyable. I would give it a 7.
A 7 out of
7.5 maybe out of 10. Yeah.
I'd probably be the same. 7.5.
Do you want to start doing game ratings?
Game ratings? Yeah, we can do it. Just did it.
Yeah, 7.5. I would give Far Cry 4 an 8.
Okay.
But that's just because I like Far Cry 4 better.
Well, I'm actually planning on going back and playing it if I'm not sick of the game style by the end of 5.
Yeah, I'll lend it to you.
Yeah. I'll let you know about that one.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, I think we should move on to some other gaming news. That's quite exciting. Hopeful return of the genre.
Yeah. So, you know how everyone went nuts for Crash Bandicoot Remastered?
I'm aware.
And then everyone went nuts for Crash Bandicoot Remastered on Xbox.
I am aware.
And it got everyone... And there was a lot of fan stuff going around, and there was a lot of speculation about it, but it has just been announced. Spyro Reignited Trilogy coming in.
Coming back hot.
There was that fan that tried to redo the whole game in the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
And it looked really good.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that sparked this or whether it was already in the works, but yeah.
Sparked this.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. It wasn't meant to be anyway.
It was.
But they reckon they're full on remaking it from the ground up, so they're not just retexturing it. The controls are going to be new.
Is that what they did with Crash? Because wasn't the mechanics slightly different?
They were. Yeah, they redid a few things control wise.
So I dare say it's something similar in the same vein as what's happened with Crash.
Apparently, it's only going to be $40 too.
Well, I don't think it should be any more, really.
Why?
I mean, it is. almost an entirely new game. However, like voice acting and all that sort of stuff, that's done. I
suppose they're not paying anymore for
they're
that.
not paying anyone besides game devs to do this, really.
Yeah.
I have a big
This
problem
is actually going to be on PS4 and Xbox
straight away.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Which I am super pumped for. I actually bought an old PS3 purely for the fact to play these 3 games. So I'm even though I have done that, and now my PS3 is essentially useless unless we want to play God of War, which we are.
Are we though?
Not really. We keep saying we are.
You did the first boss fight. I did the first boss fight.
Hey, I did it with your help.
All right. We did the first boss fight.
Thank you.
And that's about it.
Yeah. I still think it's a good game.
That's great. They're a great series.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new game to come out. But that's beside the point.
Yes.
One thing that I'm really liking about these game remakes is they're not flat out calling them such and such remastered or remade or whatever. It's Spyro reignited.
Yeah. I'm loving all these
because
fire
he shoots
jokes.
Fire. And Crash was Crash Insane trilogy. It's not Crash remastered. It's the Crash Insane. This is reignited.
Yeah,
we're better than just a remake.
I'm really liking that. Going under the fact of a remake, I have a real problem with sort of grappling with remake prices. You have the game already. I don't think you should be paying ridiculous amounts to, get it again. You've played it once. You've experienced it. You've probably still got it on an older console. Yes. It is giving you the convenience of playing it on your current gen console. Yes. With updated graphics. But it's not new, really.
Yeah, but...
What do you think?
I say it from both points of view. Like, I've definitely got the idea of if you can mooch money, you fucking mooch that money.
True.
I mean, that's where EA is where they are now. Because they've learnt, let's milk these chumps. But you've got to remember as well, people worked hard to remake this stuff.
Well, see, that's why I sort of give it a little bit of leeway.
Yeah. Like, if they were to release... So, if I jumped online and bought, I don't know, the old Crash games, I could probably get each game for $10, if that. And that's fine. And I could play it and be perfectly happy with it. But would I be happy with the graphics? Yes, no, but still. But people worked hard to make this shit look good. I don't know if you have actually looked into the Shadow of the Colossus at all. Or if you looked into the old Shadow of the Colossus at all.
Yeah.
It looks fucking good. And that's somebody's hard-ass work, man. They deserve that extra moolah.
That's true.
As well as mooch those chumps. If dickheads are willing to pay for it, you may as well get that money.
Yeah, well... A game that I was looking at buying, because I'm a sucker for the series, is Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yep.
I haven't played it fully, so that's sort of my incentive to get it and play it on a console. I've got it on PC. So I $45 for it. I suppose it's okay. It's a full-on game that I haven't experienced, so that sort of makes it alright.
Yeah.
So it's the same with these Crash and Spyro games. Although I'm more excited for these games.
I don't know. You could look at it from 2 points of view. Like, if you're somebody that's never bought the game, a remaster's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Because you get to experience with modern day graphics, and you can pay that full price because you never paid for it originally. But if you're someone with nostalgia, then you're
happy to pay that.
Yeah, you're happy to pay it because you know that you love it. You know that you enjoy it. That's why you want to buy it again. So
good point.
I don't really see I do see the problem with it because it feels like a money grab. Just going, let's just release the same shit again. It's
I suppose it depends on the company and the time that it's been since the original game was released.
Exactly. Like, but if you know it's a cult favorite or you know it's a game that fans love, and if it's something like they've been asking for a long time, like Spyro, then I'd say, fuck yeah, give it to them. Give it to them.
Now I'm just waiting for Crash Tag Team Racing. That was a good game.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah.
Because it had all the Crash stuff, but as well as racing. And I'm not a racing guy.
Yeah.
Mechanics, baby. Some of my favorite mechanics was just combining with other people. I love that.
All the animations and the voices and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and especially if you played with a friend that had never played the game before, because you can buy them from the whole game. You're like, oh, we're totally on a team, buddy. And then at the last second, you split away and just fucking rev it.
You're an evil person, you know that.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Good.
I'm well aware. I am pretty excited for the Dark Souls remaster as well. Like, just all these remasters that are coming at the moment, I'm pretty excited for.
Yeah, most of them I'm pretty happy with.
I do and I don't like this whole remaster sort of thing going on at the moment, because I love it, because I'm getting all these games that I love. But at the same time, it's like, shouldn't you be working on, like,
new
shit?
Interesting stuff?
But I suppose at the same time, we're still getting a whole heap of new games coming out.
Yeah, like I said, I think it depends on how long it's been since the release of the game. Like, going back, I don't think AC Origins really should get... not Origins, sorry. Rogue should get...
Oh, fuck no.
A remaster. I mean...
I suppose it's been 3-4 games almost since it.
Yeah, but it's about 4 years, so 4 games. I was going to say 4 years. You said 4 games, and then I worked it out. That pretty much sums up
Ubisoft.
That's the way they do things. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people liked it, but...
Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue. From what I've heard, you know...
Yeah.
Like, it's an okay game.
I liked it.
It was just a rehash, so...
Yeah, I liked it, but it was literally just Black Flag 2.
Yeah, and Black Flag was already on Xbox One, so... When they released it and announced it as being old gen console only,
yeah, that was weird. They released it at the same time that Xbox One came out.
Yeah,
and I understand the work it takes to update your game to a next gen console, but fuck, man, like you're gonna lose sales because of that. You're just gonna.
I think it's just funny that because the game is so similar to Black Flag, and Black Flag was on Xbox One. They couldn't even just bump it up to the next current gen.
Yeah.
It's just a weird move. So that's why I don't think that's a good remake. You know, people love your Modern Warfares and all that sort of stuff, so whatever.
I don't know, they just keep throwing them out every year.
Yeah, exactly. But they do all the remasters of them, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
What else is sort of
all I know is I would love a remaster of Star Wars KOTOR. Just give me that.
Which is surprising because... Not surprising that you want that, but, like, surprising it hasn't been done.
It's because it's not canonical anymore, and because they've got the Old Republic MMO going, so it's like, why the fuck would we release these great, fantastic games make money when we're already making a bunch of money already?
Mm. What about a Spider-Man 2 remake?
Or an Ultimate Spider-Man remake?
Yeah, just... Ultimate Spider-Man on the current gen console would be good. I don't even need the graphics updated because it's comic book style, so it was pretty...
I don't know. Like if you go back and play it, the graphics were pretty trash. But it's still...
Just rose tinting it then.
It's still super fun. And like the graphics were super good in its own special way.
Yeah.
Like it was a real unique sort of graphics. Sort of like Borderlands graphics.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Just that fun, kooky style.
Mm.
But speaking of Star Wars... we were talking a little bit earlier off air about who we would like to do a Star Wars RPG, because in, I think, two episodes back, maybe one, we're talking about the potential of a Star Wars RPG, and obviously EA.
Yes. Holds that license.
EA still got it. Don't talk about them too loud.
They got it.
But EA unfortunately will be doing it, and as we know, EA kills everything.
Mm-hmm. So we keep our expectations low. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
But yeah, we're talking about what companies we would like to actually do it.
Yeah. Plenty of options out there.
Yeah, so do you have any ideas?
Well, when I was thinking about what I would want, I just thought about all the games I play. And unfortunately,
I did something similar.
Yeah, unfortunately, over half of the games I play are all made by Ubisoft.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Ubisoft, and I was going to rebut that straight away.
Yeah, even me, I don't think I'd want them to make it, to be honest.
Ubisoft just, they're so repetitious.
Well, also that it's just bad decisions, I think.
Yeah, one thing that really irks me about Ubisoft, this is going to get a little bit off topic, but one thing that really irks me about Ubisoft is so many of their games are just combining together with mechanics. Like, I didn't enjoy AC Origins that much because I just couldn't stop seeing Far Cry mechanics in it.
Yep.
They changed Assassinate to Takedown.
Yeah.
And not even that. They changed the button. Assassinate has been X in every single AC game. Even AC Rogue, where you're not even an assassin.
Yep.
But it was still X.
Assassinate.
And it was still Assassinate. And they changed it to Takedown because Far Cry is popular. And they changed it to Y. And I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other things. There was so many other things. Like they added
the Eagle.
Yeah, the Eagle, which is similar to Far Cry Primal's Eagle.
Well, I haven't played Primal. Never interested in it. That time period.
It's almost the exact same. I mean, the Eagle. Not the time period.
Eagle. Yeah, so that time period never interested me. So for me, that sort of stuff was okay, but only because I've never played it before.
And then they've got I've played 3. I played all the Far Cry games, essentially, so I couldn't stop seeing this shit.
Yeah.
And then the chain takedowns are the exact same as Far Cry.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know whether their development teams have merged.
I think it would be more the, what's the word for ideas? Conceptual team.
Yeah, probably. But don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do that. They're different games. They're a different game series. And they're successful, each of them, for their own reasons. Stop trying to bring them together. Just fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off my AC.
So that's a big red line through Ubisoft for Star Wars.
Yeah, AC Syndicate was a fucking fantastic game. And then AC Origins was such a letdown for me because of all these mechanics that you straight up robbed from Far Cry. And I know I'm a very singular opinion of this. Not many people would agree with me in this. Like, I love AC Origins, don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic game, but I stopped playing it because I played so many Far Cry games and it just felt too similar.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, there's always good room for expansion and, moving on from certain tropes, which...
New mechanics is great, but don't take my X button away from me. That is Assassinate, and it is not Takedown.
We are hella off topic.
Yeah. Anyway, Ubisoft, fuck off, stay away from Star Wars.
Don't touch.
I originally thought Bethesda.
Yes, that was one of your strong...
Bethesda makes a lot of good RPGs.
Yeah.
Fallout, which would be fantastic because it's got the guns, it's got the melee weapons, and that pretty much sums up Star Wars.
Yep.
Like, I was thinking to myself, like, Force Unleashed is fun. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. So I actually thought about the guys who made that. I can't remember who they are off the top of my head, unfortunately. Force Unleashed was fun, but there's no shootings in it. Like, you can't shoot anyone in it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm never gonna pick up a gun in a Star Wars RPG. I'm never gonna pick up a gun. If I get a lightsaber,
you won't want
to. I'm never gonna pick up a gun. But I want the option.
That's fair.
And that's what Obsidian did back in KOTOR 2. Like, you could spec yourself out with all these gun things. You're not gonna touch it. Like, let's be honest. You're never going to use a gun.
Yeah.
But I like the option of having it there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So I did think Bethesda for that reason.
Can I interject a rebuttal for Bethesda?
Yeah.
Their melee sucks ass.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's a little limited by first person and obviously what buttons you can use, but just... It's just such a chopping wood style.
Yeah.
So maybe it actually might work if you're playing as Rey or Luke.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Yeah, so, but then I sort of thought to myself, no, you're an adult now. You got to make smart decisions with your life. And Bethesda is not one of them.
Nope.
So I came up with three studios I would love to do a Star Wars RPG. First is Lionhead Studios. And they did the Fable series.
Oh, right.
They've done a lot of wrong, but they made a fucking fantastic Fable game. The original Fable game.
Yep.
Fantastic fighting system, magic system, all that sort of shit. The quests, it was funny. The world they created was really in-depth and good. So I I know they don't exist anymore. They've shut down. But I just thought they would have done a pretty good job with it.
That would work a lot because, you know, your magic sort of gets replaced by force. You know, your melee side of things is, you know, obviously a lightsaber, and you can just interject a bit of ranged weaponry in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's your second one then?
My second one I had was CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, same guys who did Witcher.
Yep.
Like, when you think RPG, your mind sort of goes straight to Skyrim.
Yeah.
But then you think adult
Yep.
RPG. You make smart decisions with your life.
That's
you
it.
play The Witcher.
Yeah.
And they did fucking fantastic with The Witcher. The only thing I would say The Witcher hasn't got that I would like better for Star Wars is their combat. And don't get me wrong, their combat shits on, like, Skyrim.
Yeah.
Shits on it. But when I think of Jedi, when I think of lightsaber combat, I think of technique. I think of, like, ancient samurai technique. And it's a well-known fact that George Lucas loved samurai.
Yeah.
And he loved Japanese culture,
Very
all that sort of
heavily
shit.
influenced.
If you play KOTOR 2, a big aspect of that is your different stances.
Yep.
Your different lightsaber stances, which helps your attack, may help your defense, may balance you out, all that sort of stuff. The Witcher doesn't have anything like that. It's basically just attack, dodge, attack.
So, would you change? Are you talking about changing mechanics, or just the way the way it looks on screen?
Mechanics.
Okay.
Mechanics for sure.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that CD Projekt Red couldn't achieve that. I'm just saying a Star Wars reskin of The Witcher wouldn't 100% do it for me. Is all I'm saying.
All right. So, let's say, for instance, they did it. What mechanics? Is there an example of the mechanics that you would like? Like, is there another game that might have? I don't
want to tap into it again because I've mentioned it so often. But Neo,
yes,
they've got a similar thing where you actually, depending on your weapon, obviously as well, but you change stances from, like, a low stance to a mid stance to a high stance. Something similar to that. Just give you the option to move around. It's an RPG, so maybe at the start of the game you'll devote yourself to a particular school. Like, you might devote yourself to the Force more. You might devote yourself to lightsaber techniques more. Yep. And then studying under a different master will give you different lightsaber techniques, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be really good because that is a heavy part of, you know, your lightsaber lore. When you get into it, it can get real in depth. And you see these people that have actually, you know, made real world schools for lightsaber training.
Yeah, man.
It's really in depth.
They look real good too.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red is just a fan. They've got the RPG thing down.
Yeah.
And the thing that the likes of CD Projekt Red did with The Witcher, especially just for instance The Witcher 3, did so much better than Skyrim, is it's got a storyline I want to participate in.
Yeah.
Like, you play Skyrim, and almost straight away you abandon the main story.
Yep.
They're all like, yeah, Alduin's come back, and you're like, okay.
Cool.
I'll see him never.
When I get around to it.
Yeah,
I accidentally do this instead of my side quest.
Yeah, I'm going to go collect bear skins for this random lady instead. But in The Witcher, like, you do that. You go and do all the secondary quests. And there's a shit ton of them. You do all the secondary quests. You do all the Witcher contracts, all that sort of stuff. But you're still invested in the main storyline.
Yeah, like
I want to save Ciri.
Yeah, so the way I played was I was really invested in the main storyline. I do these side quests, one, to not miss out on some of them because your decision making, you know, affects it, as we've mentioned before. Yep. But two, to also, you know, buff myself up, get XP so I can handle this main storyline. But yeah, definitely constant push for that main storyline to be completed, and yeah, achieved.
So yeah, that's
your second choice.
CD Projekt Red, A++ would definitely get my seal of approval, and I would throw whatever money they wanted at them.
Yeah, I probably would as well.
Whatever money, like, you could fucking charge me whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
Just give the game to a good developer, and EA could do that. EA could go, well, we'll give you rights to this to make this game. You can get a large amount of it, and we'll just take some royalties.
Yeah, just
that way you're guaranteed moolah, because you know you can't fuck it up if you give it to someone like CD Projekt Red. Surely at this point, EA knows they fuck things up.
Well, happy denial? I don't know.
But my third choice, Wait, do you have any in mind off the top of your head that you want to butt in with, or do you want me to just
Not
steamroll?
particularly. I'm happy bouncing off you.
Square Enix.
Really?
Yeah, boy. Do you know what Square Enix has done?
The 2 games that I've played from them, this is why I say really, because the 2 games I played, 3, sorry, Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3.
Sidebar. I spent that entire conversation about CD Projekt Red scrolling through Square Enix's catalog, and I literally only just finished. Like, literally the whole time, that's what I was doing.
Right. Okay, so they've clearly got more than I've played.
Yeah.
Third game being Mad Max, So...
Right. There's obviously a lot of misses. But Final Fantasy is a big one. Obviously, these games, Square Enix is more like they're not so hands-on. They outsource a lot, and there's other developers in the project with them as well. But just the fact their titles that they put out, like they make great RPGs. Final Fantasy, that's a no-brainer.
Yep.
Nier Automata, they're fantastic games as well. I know you haven't played them, but there's all sorts of other ones too, like Kingdom Hearts. Sleeping Dogs is a big one.
Oh yeah.
Deus Ex. There's just so many, dude, that I can't nail anything down to say why I think they would do a good job, but they're just a fantastic company who puts out a lot of stellar titles, and I think they would do it justice.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't disappoint at least.
Tomb Raider. They made the Tomb Raider on Xbox One.
Okay, well that's more I've played then.
Thief, which wasn't as good as the original Thief, but it had a lot of great mechanics in it.
Yeah.
Just a shitload of Final Fantasy. Like, I could go on for ages just reading all of these out, and it would fill the rest of our episode.
They're a reputable company.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's so many that they've done, so many great games. I know they would do a good job of it.
Yeah.
And they would do a very good justice to it, I think. As well, if not put their own spin on it and make it good. Like, I could go into other little ones that I think would do a good job, but that would more be biased by me because I like what they've done. Like Team Ninja, because they did Neo again.
Yep.
They've done Neo, they did Ninja Gaiden, and those are fucking fantastic games.
Yeah.
So I would froth it if they did that.
Yeah.
But that's not like that's not a decision with a lot of background knowledge. That's just my personal opinion. All right, so last thing that I want to talk about now that we're done with Star Wars again. We always manage to get back. Yeah, well,
we're never done with Star Wars.
We always get back to Star Wars at least. So anyone that would describe me to someone else would describe me in 3 ways.
As a dick.
That is one.
Okay.
I was going to say that.
All right, cool. Beat to it.
As a dick, sarcastic, loves Incredibles. That's it. That's the big 3.
They are the big 3.
So when I heard what the next Lego game was going to be, I was pretty excited.
I am very hopeful for this game.
I
There is a lot for me riding on this game.
Yeah, this might bring back Lego for me.
Yeah, it'll either make or break it once and for all, because
I thought Jurassic World was going to do that for me, and then running around as a Velociraptor, not as fun as I originally anticipated.
I think it's tainted by the music.
Oh, wait, don't do that. That's copyrighted.
No, it's not, because it sounded terrible, so it's fine.
Oh, my feelings.
Yeah, no, so this will make or break it.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue they're going to come up with this is the same things we said in previous podcasts about Lego games. Coming up with something new.
Yeah.
I mean, Violet's abilities, that's Invisible Girl. She's already been in a Marvel game.
Yep.
Elastigirl, that's Reed Richards. Already been in a Marvel game. Mr. Incredible, I don't even need to. Dash, Quicksilver, already been in a Marvel game. Like, what can they possibly do to make this new besides putting in Incredibles format?
Exactly.
Frozone, Iceman, already been in a Marvel game. Come on.
All of it has been done.
But the thing I think that's going to struggle with them is they don't have the back roster that Marvel's got. Like, I might, or like what DC's got.
Yeah.
You know, like I froth it when I'm able to play as Iceman, even though he's not a very front and center character. Or I can go back and play as, I don't know.
The Atom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
When you go back and play all these little heroes that add nothing, Kid Flash instead of the Flash, They don't have a back roster like that.
Do you reckon they'll bring in some old supers?
Yeah, I reckon they're gonna have to. Like
probably
Elastic Dino guy,
Splashdown.
We know too many heroes.
Yeah.
They were like mentioned once in the movie, and yeah, we just know them.
That's us.
And they better. Did you do that little little extra on the DVD where it's like the adventures of Mr. Incredible, and it's one of those shitty stop motion little cartoon things?
No.
And I'll have to show it to you. But there's like,
oh my God.
He's got a friend called like Mr. Hops or something. It's just a bunny. They better have him in there as like a little Easter egg.
Yeah. For the diehard fans. Yeah,
Edna Mole, what do you think she's gonna do?
Fuck. Probably create some fantastic costumes. You get a costume.
I can't see what they could do in it though. That would be new.
There's gonna be a couple of heroes that most people wouldn't know.
If they pull from the fucking movies though, if they wreck that script rather than doing something new and something exciting and good, if they just rehash the movies,
I think they are pulling from the movies.
Well, yeah, fucking Lego's gonna be dead for me.
Yeah, well.
Like, if this works for me, I might even go back and buy the Force Awakens Lego.
I'm waiting for that to become like $10.
Yeah, but man, if they wreck this, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, me too. But at the same time,
and then I'm gonna go and pull my copy of The Incredibles on Xbox out and just play that.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that at your place the other day. I got so fucking excited. You have no idea.
It's a great game.
The trailer looked fun. So that, I think, is what, gives me a little bit of hope for this new Lego game. The trailer was, its own little original little bit. It was just an announcement trailer. That's it. But it was fun to watch regardless. So I'm hoping, incorporate some missions from the movies. Sweet, do it from the new movie.
I don't care if you incorporate missions, just give me new dialogue. Like, the
Yeah,
dialogue
no.
from the movie is fantastic, but I've heard it that many times. And the thing that captured people's hearts in the original Lego was the original humor that they brought into it. And that was
Exactly.
without words.
Yeah.
And then when they started bringing words in like Batman 2 and stuff, it was fucking funny and it was all new. And now they're just like repeating lines from the movie and making the characters look a bit silly. Like, that doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, the creative side needs to be upped.
And don't act like your audience is 5-year-olds. Like,
It's
I know
really
that's
not.
what you're selling it to, but it's the same as Pokemon. Don't act like you're selling it to 10-year-olds. You're
Yeah.
selling it to grown-ass adults.
That have loved the series when they were kids.
Yeah.
We
And I'm not just talking about...
deserve appreciation.
I'm not just talking about Lego. I'm not just talking about The Incredibles. I'm talking about Lego.
Yeah.
Even the bricks, man. A 10-year-old can't afford Lego. I can barely afford it, and I'm a grown-ass adult on a full salary. You know that these games are going to grown-ass adults.
Yeah.
If they should do a survey when they're selling the game. They should do a survey of how old you are.
Yep.
And I guarantee that over 70% of people buying it will be for someone over the age of 25.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the other people playing it will just be because that older person has introduced them to it, no doubt.
Yeah, man. Like, I've seen kids. Kids are pretty good with games. Some kids can't play the Lego.
Yeah.
And it's the most simplistic games.
Yeah.
Those puzzles are difficult. Can't work them out sometimes.
Triangle?
Don't just give me a good Lego game, please. I beg you. Don't ruin The Incredibles for me.
Just don't get your hopes up, man.
Don't ruin The Incredibles for me. I genuinely don't. I've got no hopes for Lego these days.
Neither do I, but...
I'm still going to buy it. I'm still going to play it, and I hope it's good.
Well, see, this is a guaranteed buy for me and you.
That's the unfortunate thing, is they know that. They know this is a guaranteed buy for like half the people our age that plays games and has liked The Incredibles.
You see, it's funny though, because we talk about the Force Awakens Lego game. It's one movie's worth. It has it has extra missions that give backstory to the characters. Like, there's a couple of Finn missions from when he's in training and all that sort of stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
that's not going to be as like... I know it's sort of off topic, but that's not going to be as dark as I want it to be. Like, you live in the life of a stormtrooper. It's not going to be fucking flowers and daisies and studs everywhere. So don't sell me that bullshit in a Lego game.
Yeah, but like, we are happy to buy this Incredibles game. We've already committed ourselves.
I'm not happy about it. I'm
Well,
of two minds.
regardless, we're getting it. We'll be buying a copy each, and neither of us have got the Force Awakens game. Would you say like as a franchise, Incredibles or Star Wars? Like what if you had one?
Star Wars.
Exactly. So don't you find it funny that we don't have the Force Awakens Lego, but we're already hooked from one announcement trailer? We're already going, yes, we will be buying this game.
Yeah, I can't really put into words why that is the case, but
It's just funny.
I feel like there's more they could do with the Incredibles. Star Wars has such a chokehold on all of their content these days.
Could be the last. Wait, what was the last game? The last Lego Star Wars game? That would have
Force
been
Awakens.
No, but before Force Awakens, that would have been Clone Wars.
It would have been Clone Wars.
That was a fucking sick game.
We already said that in a previous episode. I think episode 2 we went over that, or maybe 3. I don't know, but we went over that, and I sort of said, just give me Star Wars Rebels in the same format as the Clone Wars.
That's probably why we haven't bought Force Awakens.
You would have my money.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Well, but Lego games can be so good. Lego Batman, I know we said it in a previous episode.
I think it's laziness, man.
Yeah, it's just money grabbing.
Yeah.
But Lego Batman 2, dog, I played that to death.
Yeah, you really have.
100% of that, and then I just kept running around Gotham. And I even went out and I bought all the extra characters. They did nothing for me, and I'd already finished the game. But I wanted them characters, and it was such a good game, I'm happy to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just give me that. Give me that.
We'll see.
Come on. Just give me that.
All right. Let's give a prediction number. How many characters?
15. And that's generous.
Yeah, I'm going to say 30 characters.
And
good thing. You remember
and 20 of them are going to be fucking duds.
Yeah, you remember one of the first Lego Star Wars games? It was like at least 100, I think. Or
no fucking way.
No, hang on. No, sorry. I'm thinking of the complete saga, the one that had the six movies in it. I
Well,
think that had 128 characters.
Okay, my dude. So I just looked it up. The Lego The Complete Saga has 128
Boom
characters in it. So you were dead on. Lego The Clone Wars has 133 characters in it.
Right.
Lego Batman 3 has 138 characters in it.
Damn.
Dog, if Lego Incredibles has 30 characters in it, how the fuck are you going to compete?
This is... Yeah.
And then on top of that, you got Lego Jurassic World, which has at least 130. And I know that's sort of like a cop-out because you can just throw a fuckload of dinosaurs in there and
they
call
sort
it a
of
day.
did, but still.
Yeah, it has about 130. But then, get this, my dude. Lego The Force Awakens has 180. One movie.
What?
One movie, 180 characters.
Okay, hold on.
It's like they went to that cantina scene, Maz's cantina, and just went, you can be a character, you can be a character, you can be a character.
Alien.
Yeah.
There must be a bunch of, like, Tridge characters in there.
Yeah, well, there's Darth Vader and all that sort of shit as well.
Yeah. So...
They're thrown in just for the funsies.
Yeah.
Obviously you do that, but 180 characters, even scrounging the depths, 180 characters.
That's a lot. Like, you got to think.
And we were hopeful for 30 for The Incredibles.
I'm really interested in this. I genuinely can't wait to see what they do.
I don't know, man. They got to do something. They got to bring the hoot.
Do you reckon they'll just bring in Force Awakens characters?
To The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Probably. Fuck it. Why not? They've fucked around with Lego that much already.
It's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. They fucking better bring the heat. They better have that much heat that Frozo needs a glass of water because he's thirsty.
I'm thirsty.
And with that brilliant bit of comedy right there, we're gonna end the episode. We still don't have an outro tagline or anything like that.
We really don't.
So...
You want to go watch Incredibles?
Yeah, a little bit. Somebody hit us up with a suggestion for an outro or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, I've been Connor. No, I have not. I've been Lindsay.
I've been...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm fucked at the moment. I've been Lindsay.
I've been Connor.
And
I still am.
We'll see you next time.
What is happening?